Why hello there and welcome to the Ginger Reviewer, where I give my thoughts on opinions and on various things in the popular culture medium. Today I'm doing my first film review of 2022. It is of the film Babylon, directed by quite possibly one of my favourite directors at the moment, Damien Chazelle. He directed both Whiplash and La La Land, which are both excellent, and it stars Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, Diego Calva, and Jovan Adipo, which I hope I haven't butchered, as their respective characters of Nellie Leroy, Jack Conrad, Manuel, and Sidney Palmer, in that order. It's distributed by Paramount Pictures and has a relatively small budget for today's filmmaking of $78 to $80 million. That's all that stuff out of the way. Here's my thoughts and opinions of Babylon. Excellent. Truly very excellent. From everything just works together so well from the start to the end. All the performances, Margot Robbie, all the main cast especially are on top form here. Brad Pitt is top notch. Margot Robbie's amazing, as she's in all things, and star making, I would say. Performances by Diego Calva and Jovan Adipo, if they're not stars already. They're not that well known to me. They're not the main stars of this. That's Robbie and Pitt, but they give them stellar performances as well. They really keep on Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt's level when it comes to performances in this film. Basically everything else is also brilliant. The editing, the dramatic side of the editing, and also the insanity side of the editing when it comes to this film, which gives us both. So if you want insanity and drama, then this film is definitely for you. The cinematography was absolutely stellar. It didn't put a foot wrong. There were so many different moments that I could talk about with this film if I wasn't trying to spoil it. And I'm not trying to spoil it for you, because you absolutely should go see this film. Give it all of the money and all of the awards, in my opinion. If you were going to push me for a slightly negative take on it, say bad things about it, I think the insanity goes a little too far near the start. They could have dialed it back a little bit. You didn't need to go that far with it, I don't think. I think you would have got your message across anyway. And also the fact that it's 3 hours long, and it feels 3 hours long. Like, you feel every single minute of this film, and that can be seen as a good thing, but also a bad thing, because you do feel like you've been in that cinema for a while, and I did feel like I've been in that cinema for a pretty long time. The basic premise of the film is that it is set between the years 1926 and 1932, and if you don't know, that's a very pivotal point in time for the film industry. 1927 especially is probably the most influential year in cinema since its inception in 1895. So, and this is essentially Damien Chazelle's, it's a love letter to film and filmmaking, this film. It takes a while to get there, I feel, because it dresses you around for a while and goes you back and forth, but essentially it is a love letter to film in the end, eventually. And where do you set a love letter to film? In the most influential point in cinema history. You set it in this era of filmmaking, going from the silent era to talkies. That is where you see film becoming something else, something different, something special, becoming much more of an art form, which I thought was incredibly interesting. So bold to set it there. I don't think anyone's really set a film there since Singing in the Rain, who touches upon talking pictures as well. So, as well as all the fantastic performances by the main cast of characters in this film, there's a lot of very notable smaller roles played by people that you may know that are also fantastic. There is Lee Jun Lee, who plays Anna May Wong, and an actual actress in real life who, because of certain things, couldn't keep making films in America, and then had to move to Europe to make her films there, which is something that does happen, that we see happen in the film. Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is in this. He plays Bob Levine, which was always nice to see. And my absolute favourite one, Tobey Maguire's in this. And being a kid who was born in 2000, and the first film he remembers watching was Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire is everything to me. I love Tobey Maguire. I'll watch anything he's in. I even like The Great Gatsby because Tobey Maguire's in it, and also for the other things because it's actually a pretty good movie. But I digress. So he plays a man called James McKay in this. Not a nice man, I must say, and he's doing a lot of tremendous stuff in this. He seems to be enjoying himself a lot in this film, which is nice to see. It's nice to see Tobey Maguire doing some stuff. You don't get to see Tobey Maguire do a lot of stuff in the mainstream. He kind of fell out after he finished Spider-Man 3, and we didn't see much of him. Not that he wasn't doing anything, he probably was, but just nothing in the mainstream like this. And I just think, well done, Toby. Well done for getting yourself out there. Congratulations. Now, I must say, before I went in and saw this, I was a little bit sceptical on what it was going to be, what it was going to be like, if it was going to be good or not. I'd seen some reviews that weren't great, especially from Mark Commode. He said he really didn't like the film. So that kind of pushed my opinion somewhat, but it was just, all of those opinions were just pushed aside, because this, I thought it was absolutely stellar. I didn't think it put a foot wrong. I don't understand what Mark Commode or the other critics were on about. This is, I couldn't see anything wrong with it, apart from the length. It could have been shortened down a bit. It reminded me a lot of Moulin Rouge in the sense that that film is, the first 20-30 minutes are absolute insanity, and then it's drawn you in with that, and then it gets down to the nitty gritty of what the actual film is about. And that felt, this was that in a lot of ways, with more homages to cinema, but also, because obviously Damien Chazelle is obviously a big fan of film and a big fan of filmmaking, which really shows in this film. But also a big fan of music as well, because there's a lot of great music in this. The soundtrack and the score of this film, I hope wins all the awards, because I think it's top notch. It's top notch scoring. I think it's excellent. If I had the person who did the score in front of me, I would say well done to them. I'd give them a round of applause. I'd give them all the awards. It might get awards at the end of this year. It might stick around. This film. This film's got me. I really like this film. I can't wait for it to come to another medium so I can just watch it again and again and again. Or maybe not again and again and again, because, like I said, it's very long. But you get my basic point, right? So overall, if this film dialed back just a tad, just do another point backwards and on the lunar sea at the start of the film, and if it was just a tad shorter, like maybe 2 hours 40, then for me this would be a perfect film. Apart from those two bits, I could not find a single thing wrong with this film. So for that reason, this film, my first film review of the year, of possibly many more, gets a 9 out of 10. Good luck, rest of the films of this year. Margot Robbie's got some more sexy stuff to do. If she wants to top in Barbie, if she wants to top what she did in this film. I don't know what else Brad Pitt's in, but I don't think he's topping this year as well. Maybe the Mario movie's going to be better than this. Maybe Cocaine Bear. Those are just two films that are going to come out pretty soon, off the top of my head. But we'll see, won't we? So that's everything for now. It felt like a bit of a short one today. I really need to get my feelings out from this. I only saw it yesterday. I had to talk about this. I had to tell someone, and I couldn't tell anyone in my family because they're not really film buffs, and I don't go back to uni until tomorrow when I can talk about it, but some of them might not have seen it, so I just thought I needed to get this out, even if it was to a camera. So I feel satisfied now, and I feel like hopefully this gets you to watch the film, because you really should watch the film. Don't go and see Avatar again. You don't need to. It's going to be the same film as it was 13 years ago, as it was last week. It's the same film. Don't watch it. You probably don't need to watch Matilda. You've also probably already seen it. And also it's coming to Netflix in a few months' time. So you could just wait. Go and see this. Go and see Babylon. Do everyone a favour and do yourself a favour and go and see Babylon. Thank you. Please like. Please subscribe. Please turn the notifications on so you never miss an episode. Look at me doing the YouTube. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.